Hey guys, remember the story about the devil? When I was in Baltimore, when I was laying on a couch, I opened my eyes. He was sitting in a couch, and he told me to give him back the cross. Remember that? But anyhow, today I'm subbing to this channel where this another you know star child or same bloodline. She posted a video about a cross, Atlas cross or the cross of light. And the cross of light, it's she explained what it was. And I've been looking up some information. Basically, he said, I'm going to explain what she says. I'm going to link the video in the comment section. You guys can watch. Basically, she said, linking your eyes, aligning your eyes with your pineal gland, and within Atlas or Atlas cross, which is your associated with your body, physical body and whatnot, right? So that why I remember I think I mentioned that in the past. The cross that you see in the church, that's this has nothing to do with this, and it's not supposed to be worshipped, and people are worshiping, when they pray, they put, they do the symbolism of the cross, across the chest and forehead and whatnot. Actually, when you do that, you actually is Antichrist. Okay, when you put your hands up on your forehead and shoulders and whatever, that's actually Antichrist. That's what it means. Okay, they convince you you're actually doing something great, and doing that itself is an idol worship. You're not supposed to do that either. Okay, so anyhow, to get back to the story, the devil story anyhow, and so it made sense to me when I watched this video today. It made sense when the devil came to me and in Baltimore, Maryland, and told me to give him back the cross because I was sinning and I was fornicating, getting drunk, partying up, I was going to university there. And yeah, so the devil, I said it in a different video, the devil was pissed off. Okay, the devil was upset. The devil, okay, they told you the devil wants us to sin. The devil wants us to do all this, okay, when I'm partying and getting drunk and having fun and whatnot, it should be good in the devil's book, right? Because they made you believe the devil is to be hated, and they made you believe the devil and Satan are one. They're not. Okay, Satan wants you to sin. Okay, look at what's happening to us now, target individuals. They put in thought patterns in my head, always telling me like insult God, and call God this, call that, God that. And the good thing is, like, my family taught me, and I researched and stuff. And when you say Astaghfirullah al-Azim, meaning that what the meaning is, basically whatever sin, thought patterns against God are not to be counted. When you say Astaghfirullah, basically recanting with your thought, negative thought of God. You understand? Because it's a sin. You understand? Because he's doing it, Satan doing it to get you in a, God to look at you like a, wicked kid or whatever, and to also cause a sin against God. You understand? Because Satan and the devil are two different beings. The devil in Baltimore I met, he was upset. He was upset that I was sinning. I just told you. Satan, now I've been targeted for 11 years, be telling me like, oh yeah, you want to party up. Yeah, you want to get drunk. You know, you want to go have sex and you want to do this. That's Satan. This is what's happening to me for 11 years. And his kids are doing this to me and targeting me, you know, because of my bloodline, okay? And even when I quit, they still try to get you in that trap, you know. But I did not quit for them. Let me get things out of the way here and clear. I did not quit for them. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to miss what God is gonna give me. That's it. I did not miss. You know, I did not quit for them. It's not because they were targeting me. Honestly, they know I was not afraid of them. I was being attacked and I was still partying. You know what I'm saying? I just wake up and I do it again because at that moment, at that time, I just feel like doing it. When I felt like I want to quit, I quit. You know what I mean? I don't let people, you know, delegate to me or tell me what I should do, what I should not be doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't report to Satan on either his kids have no authority over me. But anyhow, to get back to the cross, so the devil was upset. And because of all of that I just mentioned, and he told me to give him back the cross because apparently this cross is not given to everybody. Even though this girl was posting it, but I don't think I think she meant 144,000. Maybe this not given to everybody, you know? There is cross and stuff. And I believe when the devil told me to give him back the cross, then something that was given to me is not all humanity has it. It's similar to when God told me wisdom is not given to anyone and it's given to you. Because, okay, I'll tell you why God was upset. At that time when he confronted me, I said something. I kind of offended God. And I think part of it is I said, I can make a better body than human body than was already been created. I think that's what I said. It's been so far along, I can't remember exactly the detail, what happened, but something is offended God. When I said I could create something better than the human body that God already created. Something like that. Because, yeah, I was not in the right frame of mind, and I was stoned. I was stoned, and but anyhow, it's not okay. Not to be laughed at. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to say. I was not in the right frame of mind when I said that, because people say things like that when they're not, when they stoned or high, whatever, or drunk, and so anyhow. I also repented this thought or whatever I said after, because I realized, offended God, because, yeah, I was not intentional, but I said it. Anyhow, I said I could create something better, something like that, not lying. And God told me, also, he told me wisdom is not given to everyone. Wisdom is not given to everyone, but is given to you. That's what he told me. Okay? So I know this cross, I don't think it's given to everybody, because this is yet another situation where something happened. It made me think. Not everybody's blessed with everybody. Like not everybody on earth is blessed with everything, So certain people are given certain things, When they're giving you wisdom is the highest form of honor given to Solomon, given to a few prophets, be able to discern truth from lies and stuff. And this is my idea. I had to look up what even wisdom means, when it was mentioned to me, because I don't know. Like what actually wisdom, like, I had no idea what it means. Like, wisdom is like, some people say, an old soul, and stuff. And some people say, able to, see lies from, truth. And some people say, like, be even to be a great judge of character. Some people would say wisdom is making the right decision, without bias. I don't know. I just looked up stuff. Okay. So anyhow, when the devil got upset because I told you I couldn't move. I was laying in the couch. My eyes are open. My eyes were open, and I'm looking right at him. He's sitting in the chair next to me. I was laying on the couch, and my eyes were moving. No, I was not dreaming. I was awake, and I was consciously looking at him, and my eyes were moving, and I said, "Oh my God, why I cannot move my legs? I cannot move my neck. I cannot move anything but only my eyes." I was scared, right? And then he told me to give me back the cross, So give me back the cross. So meaning that the devil gave it to me. Not meaning like Satan, oh, I stole something, I gave it to you. No. It means it was given to me by, So that's why I said to you guys, the devil and Satan are two different beings. Okay? And they making you believe the devil is to be hated and whatever. When I was sinning, the devil hated me for doing it. So why would a being that is being portrayed in every book, that he's to be hated because he's sinful nature and he's trying to make people sin and do. Why would he be upset when I'm sinning? It should be good. It should be like continue. It should be coming to me in my Baltimore apartment telling me, continue, you're doing great, No, he did not say that. You understand? So being targeted, I started to remember things happening to me since my childhood. And I really thought for the longest time, I really thought this was happening to a lot of people. Apparently not. When I was six years old, I think, we were back in Sudan where we sleep outside, like, at night, like, it's like a veranda kind of thing. It has, so some of my family members sleep outside, some inside the house. But outside we can see the stars and we just lay outside. And so I was sleeping between my mom and dad. And around 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, I can't remember, But I remember one of my brothers, he had an exam and he was studying. And so the light for the main living room was on, but it was reflecting into this veranda outside. But it was not bright. It was like dim kind of thing. And I look at myself. I'm like hovering in the air. I'm hovering in the air, and I'm like, I'm going into the sky. I felt like I was going to go into the sky. The sky was going to envelop me or take me, And then, because I got so scared, and I screamed. When I screamed, and I looked down, and I could see myself laying down. I could see my body was there, but I was floating over my body, looking down on myself, So apparently that's a form of astral travel. I did not know that until I became a target individual. I didn't know. Apparently that doesn't happen to a lot of people. It happened to me when I was 6. Seeing stuff going through the walls and, flickering lights and I see things that shadow people and stuff like that. But I really always thought everybody saw that. I thought everybody on earth saw that. I did not think I was a few people, I mean, among the rarest people who could actually see that, you know? So that's why I started to kind of remember things happening. I remember this part I was, you know, projecting over my body, whatnot, or I started traveling, or like I didn't go into the sky, but when I screamed, I woke up, and then I went back to myself. And then I remember my mom, and she's like, she came and she's like, "What happened? What happened?" And she because she got out of bed, she was scared, all frantic. She's like, "Oh, what happened? Well, something happened." Like she was really scared. My dad also woke up and looked at me, and they were both touching me, like they're telling me, "Oh, okay, are you okay? Bad dream?" Like that. They were telling me that. And I said to my mom and dad, and I was like, you know, I was. I said to my mom and dad, yeah, I was going to the sky. And my mom was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, you know, I said, "I'm gonna go into the sky." Like I was flying at it, you know. I was like literally going up, and I didn't know how to stop it until I screamed, you know. Anyhow, and also, yeah, seeing people. My mom always, she prayed over my head, and she told me at the time, I think, don't talk to them, ignore them. And she prayed. My brother came in from the house, and he prayed over my chest and stuff, you know, to protect you against malevolent, you know, entities. They thought I was being attacked or something. I don't know. It could have been. I don't understand it, and I don't know why it happened. So anyhow, they told us for ages the devil to be hated, but I believe what I know from my experiences, the devil and Satan are two different beings. Okay, I believe. Okay, the devil. Honestly, this is what I believe. Nobody told me. Nobody enforced their opinion on me or make brainwash me to believe this. I'm just looking. You know what? I just told you about God telling me, having wisdom. Maybe it's part of wisdom, be even to know what actually going on, right? Because my gut feeling telling me they're not the same being. Because why would, it just doesn't make sense to me, right? I told you, you know, I have to be convinced. If you tell me something, you have to convince me. If something is like far-fetched or hard to believe, you have to convince me. Otherwise, I would just, let it go from one ear to another. Like I don't really retain it because it's not really. I just don't believe it. So this is my belief system. You know. So look at the video in the comment section, and this girl was talking about the cross and how to unify. Basically, she says, aligning your eyes with your pineal gland and your cross of light, which is in your vessel. You align them together in order to. I don't know. She says to order to align yourself with the universe and whatnot. I'm gonna link the video in the comment section. You guys can watch and also I've created prayers to make this alignment happen and whatnot, because I believe her. She says this is the secret that's been hidden from humanity. Basically, they're hiding this from humanity, right? Something so simple. Something is like, but yet, is hidden. The truth is hidden in plain sight, right? And that's what exactly what they're doing, and they still talk to me in a dream, and I don't care I don't even look up when they show me in this artificial dream. I don't even go Google what this dream means. I used to do that, but then, and I just said I'm feeding it right into what they're telling me, because if I respond to a vision they show me in a dream, artificial dream state, AI dream state, I basically doing what they want me to do. You understand? So I stopped doing that. I even told my sister sometimes, don't tell me your dream. I don't care about your dream, because my sister also dreams are being hijacked, and they feed into it. My family feed into this BS, artificial dream they've been dreaming, and my sister go, nobody could actually intercept your dream. That's not possible, only God could do that. You're not really right in the head, to think that. For you to think that is like, mentally unstable. But anyhow, they made a movie. Inception is about that. Every time they make a movie about something, that means they've done this. They've done it, and they explain it to you in a movie. To keep this illusion in place, to make you see things or in their own, this illusion they're trying to, wrap around you. You want you to see that, so they do that, so they have to show you half truth, half lies and stuff. But this upcoming war would be so easy. This is what I'm thinking. This war would be so easy if God taken their ability to shapeshift. If God taken their ability to shapeshift, basically, God will show them on their true form. This is to be like a win, because humanity will freak. Imagine they seeing them on their true form. How freaky humanity gonna freak? Yeah, man, they're gonna lose their shit. They're like, what the fuck is, reptilian, they will freak out. They'll probably hurt them. You know what I'm saying? That would be like a win if God just does that. Open humanity's eyes so they can see them in their true form. That's my dream, my vision. This is what happened. God, he just lift up the veil, and then let's again begins.